Lady and the Frogs, back again with another one of these, you know, videos, which some of you really like watching. I only have 2 things which I am taking to the post today, because this is eBay reselling and it fluctuates. Yesterday I had a massive IKEA bag. Admittedly, I was late going to the post office yesterday, and 2 or 3 of the sales that I made yesterday would have gone yesterday. So I've only got 2 things here. I'm going to go and do this. And then I'm going to come back here. Apparently I've got to do an online interview, which now I'm like going to like psych myself up and start vomiting. I've got an interview for a job. Well, they got to put me through for this interview, but apparently I've got to record something. So my hair is now like the wrong colour. I would really like it to be a better colour than this. I'm not going to get a job, am I, based on the fact that my hair is a clown's hair. Oh. I knew this would happen. And this is one of the reasons why I thought I must start applying for jobs and try and get back into the workplace, because I had this feeling like I was going to become obsolete. I realise now that I've been doing reselling for 2.5 years, because I started March 2020, and obviously we were in lockdown, so the world was just like weird. And you know, I've realised that we're heading towards 2023, so it is literally 2.5 years that I've been doing this. I had no clue. So I think a lot of my workplace skills will become obsolete. I have never done a Zoom call in my life. And I know that this probably sounds like weird as well, that I'm like freaking out about doing something on camera when I'm constantly doing YouTube videos. But this is like different. You know, I've now got to like find smart clothes. I've got to make myself look presentable. I don't put makeup on for this. I'm really like, I'm not that bothered. I know that people could like look this up, but yeah. So it's about my right to work or something, and I just thought, oh, I've got to go on and I've just got to like put my, you know, upload a copy of my passport, and then it says I've got to get my webcam. So of course I've got to like take my blue tack off, because I'm one of them people who have blue tack on my webcam. And then I've got to like answer 2 questions, which I'm not even quite sure what it is. So I don't know. And then I put the camera on to experiment. And of course, it's such a wide angled lens on my laptop that all it is picking up is all of the rubbish that's piled up in this room. I say rubbish, it's eBay stock. So the room is filled with eBay stock. You can see the kitchen bins, the coffee table, which is, you know, it's under the weight of like piles of crap. Oh. If there's one thing that I want to do this September, is get a handle on this place, because I need to do a reset, and I need to do a reset up here because it's so messy, and I just feel harebrained and frazzled. So anyway, I've got to try and like get into a different kind of mindset for this, you know, this so-called interview. Oh, I just don't need this. The moment I do it as well, the bin men will come, like they always do when I'm recording videos on here. So anyway, I will show you what I've got to go out. It's pouring with rain. I'm just going to go and take a walk in the rain. I've got this little top here. This is, I thought this would sell over the summer, but it is a small size. It is like a size small, but it's more like a size 6 small. It's probably kids' clothes actually, isn't it? I've probably made a right balls up here. It probably is kids' clothes. I don't know. I really should stop picking up Tommy Hilfiger. This must be kids' clothes, and I've made a mistake. Anyway, that's what it is. It's sold for $11.99. I do hope that that is adults. And then I've got this really gorgeous dress here, which I've had loads of watches on. So it's a nice, you know, midi sort of like belted dress by Monsoon. So this is the thing, some of the Monsoon doesn't sell, some of it goes really well. This has been on for £30. I was just about to drop it to 25 anyway, and then somebody sent me an offer for 25, and it did literally have like about 30 watches on it. And then of course the moment I accepted this offer, I had a message from somebody saying, is this dress still available? Well, no, it's been for sale for 3 months and you haven't bought it. And the moment it sells, then you're like bothered about it. So that's what I'm taking. Obviously £25 for that. There was I think I'd sold like a Lego set and something else yesterday. Yeah, there's like 2 things I think yesterday. I know that I had £50 going in. So that's my day. So now I've got to like pull myself together, and I've got to get myself into a different mindset. And I knew that I really did feel that there's a good reason for me doing this, because I'd rather stay like a rounded person, and I really do need to be getting out of this room and experiencing life as it used to be. I am missing a big part of my life by not working. The company that it's actually with they're quite a big player in Manchester, this construction company. I know a few people from my previous employers who, I say that, not my previous employers, the consortium that I used to work on. I ran into, they had a building that they were constructing that was near my old offices, and I ran into a few people who I knew from a previous project who were now working for them. So I know that there's a good chance I might actually run into people who I know. Yeah, I don't know. It'd just be like, it'd be a real novelty. So I've got to like get back into the mindset of trying to get this job. And I mean, it was a surprise phone call that I had yesterday from the recruitment agency, and it is a permanent role, even though it's part-time. So, you know, maybe I came across as a lunatic on that phone call because it was a surprise phone call and I was surrounded by stuff, you know, but it wasn't FaceTime. Right, so I'm going to go and have a walk in the rain, drop this post off, and then try and like work out. I mean, I don't know, maybe I should just like reposition my laptop and just have this back wall here, but then it's really obvious that I'm sitting on the floor. Don't know. And last night we had power cuts, and so I'm tired. I mean, you can see that I'm tired. If this is going to be the thing now, I am not going to be impressed at all. We were pretty tired, and my husband was pretty tired because he'd had a bad night's sleep on Sunday. I don't know why we woke up. Though there was a thunderstorm, but then it was more like because there were people in the streets yelling is more the reason why we woke up. But that was Sunday night. So last night was Monday night, and we went to bed at 9:30. Obviously we were just sat there, and then we hadn't even got our phones on charge, and the power went out at 9:30, and then it just went on and off until about 11. So it was like 2 hours of the power going on and off and on and off, and being like out for like 10 minutes. So I grew up with power cuts in the 80s. You know, it was a thing in the 80s, and most of us who were born in the 70s, we probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the power cuts of the 70s. But the massive difference between the power cuts of the 80s is that, you know, we weren't that reliant on things, and we used to just sit and play board games anyway. You know, I think we've had a few like cans of soup on camping stoves in the living room and toasting things on the fire, but we had an open fire because we lived in the middle of nowhere, and it was dark anyway because we didn't have much light pollution. But I mean, here, so it was our neighbourhood, it was 2 neighbourhoods, 2 blocks that went off, because we could still see all the skyscraper lights on, and all of that was on. And a bit over in Trafford was still on. And I think we were like on the edge of it, but all the street lamps go out and it's like suddenly pitch black, and you're like, wow, you realise just how much light pollution there is. And then everybody's house alarm in the neighbourhood goes off. So there's about 650 houses in my block, and then there's another like over there. So all of these are new builds, because that's how they dealt with Hume. They just levelled it because they fucked up on a previous build that they did and just built something that was a rat hotel. And so they levelled all that, and then where we are would have been back-to-back houses, and they levelled that, and they've put all these houses in with these alarms. So literally everybody's house alarm was going off. And even when the power went on, they were going off because they obviously had like a reset. A lot of the houses which would be student houses are like empty, are still at the minute, because it's only the beginning of September. So that we had to listen to alarms going off all night. So it wasn't a restful night at all. We've only had a few hours sleep because of that. So I'm just not impressed. I have this feeling like this is a trial thing. And the reason that I feel that way is because they do try things out here. There's a lot of stuff that we had on a trial, like beta basis, with regards to the COVID control things, like the postal COVID tests were trialled here before they were rolled out in the rest of the country. So I know that they do try and see how they can get on with things here. And the other thing you see that we had on top of the house alarms going on all night was all the sirens, because I think the traffic lights had gone out as well, so there's a fair few accidents. So we had to listen to emergency vehicles as well flying up and down for about 2 hours last night. So this might be what we've got to look forward to. So is there any point in getting any of this yellow sticker stuff and putting it in the freezer if our freezers are going to be turned off periodically? Right, anyway, stop moaning, let's get to the post office. I've got to get into a more positive mindset and do this flipping interview and try and find somewhere in my apartment that doesn't have loads of eBay stock in the background. Okay, post is dropped off. As I was there at 12 o'clock, when I'd just come out of the post office and I was coming back, I got a text message which was dated like just after 12 o'clock, timed just after 12 o'clock, saying that my parcel would be delivered between 11:30 and 1:30. So I just thought, this is typical. So now I'm away from the home and I've got to like shoot back. So I'm glad I didn't start doing that video. So I came bowling back here, and then I just sat here, and I still had my jeans on and my shoes and the rest of it. And I just thought, well, I can't do anything because this parcel's coming. And then they actually came. They actually came at 12:30. So I bowled back here, and then they came 10 minutes later. So I'm glad I got back here in time. This is Every. So I have a delivery. I was a bit dubious because it's supposed to be 3 kilograms, and I was like, well, that's a very small thing, and it was in 2 sacks on the listing. I'm not really quite sure what I have got here. This is a charity that I've bought from, and they had 5 or 6 listings for Lego, and they were all sharing the same photos, and there was some really nice stuff that I wanted in there. So they all finished at exactly the same time as well, so I couldn't like hover around on the auction. So I just put a bid on a number of them at £25 and didn't get, I only got 2. So this is why I've only got 3 kilograms. So I'm gonna have a little sneak in here, and I have done my video. Where's my flipping scissors gone? Here's my scissors. Yeah, so that's why I've got this black top on. I have got makeup on, but it doesn't, I mean, I put makeup on. This is why I don't put makeup on, because I find it goes into every like crease that you don't realise that you have. I think I look more youthful not wearing makeup sometimes. So I've done that. It was just like confirming your identity. I did come across as a bit of a knobhead, because you just immediately started filming it, and then because I was like filming it and trying to click it, and I'd moved everything into the corner, because it was literally showing everything, you know, like stupid things that I've got in the background, like Lego and the rest of it. So I did it in that corner where I do my eBay photos, so it wasn't like exactly ideal. Oh, I've even got a base plate. Got another base plate. Not anything that I actually need. I do need a base plate, but I've still got I've still got Lego out there, and I've got to do the photos of that. I've got stuff there for a race lap, so it would have been nice if I had done that, but you know, I can't have everything. So 2 bags of Lego. The message that I said to them, I said, I really, really want you to put in the horse with the blanket saddle. And they promised me that they came back to me and said that they would. But I just suspect that because it was a charity, whoever replied to the message was probably different to the person who posted it. And then because they posted it 2 days after they sent the message, I doubt that that has actually happened. This is looking quite promising. I got that. There's actually that in there as well. So I've got enough spares to do this. This is a pirate set. It's some island thing. I'm going to do that because I've got more than enough spares for this. I've been sort of holding back because some of this goes on the island, what is it, you know, the mad castle, which is worth loads of money, Forbidden Island, El Dorado Castle. Forbidden Island, something else that looks very similar to that. I'm a bit dubious here. Oh, it's got things here. This is actually, so this might be a really good overlap with some other Lego which I've got. Some of the Lego that I've got which is pre-existing. I don't think that this is in any way, it's like I say, it was just so difficult to bid on it when they were just sharing all the photos of everything. So this is split everywhere. I don't think that they have fulfilled my promise. I'm going to be really annoyed if they have given it to somebody else. This is the pirate stuff. Oh, here it is. Right, so this is what I saw in the picture, and I said, please make sure that this is in there. So there was at least 2 of these. So it's got a broken clip on both sides. That's annoying. But I mean, this is the thing. It's not the horse. It's this part which is really hard to come by. So hopefully the other one is in there. Let's hope so. So I'm going to, this does need cleaning. I can see at a glance there's stuff going on in here. I mean, this, I've got Technics Lego there with Meccano on it. Brilliant, isn't it? These people. It's got that. The smell's coming off it now. I am not doing any more of this until I get the situation out. So yeah, I've got 2 bags of Lego there, a smell coming off it, and I'm going to get my setup ready to do the cleaning. So I mean, at least there's one of them in there. It's a shame that the clips are broken. What can I say? So I think I paid £12 for each of those listings, so it's not to be sniffed at, because this will help me put together some pirate sets. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And there obviously is some space sets in there, so I think I'm going to get that washed before I start digging into what I've got, and at least it gives me something to do. that doesn't involve me going to charity shop, although I'm quite keen to go to the charity shop, and I don't know why, because I really need to start getting a handle on everything that I've got going on here. So, you know, let's say we're not going to the charity shop and we're going to crack on with this. So I'm going to crack on with this. First thing I'm going to do though, because I can't do anything because I've got all of that there and I've got my sets there ready. So I've got to photograph and list all of this and the dregs of little clothes which I've got over there. So it is actually going to be a listing day, but I'm going to get all of this out of the way so that I can start soaking this, because it's a process. Because I put bleach and disinfectant in there, because obviously you do have, I mean, this is going to be a good little job lot. Just thank goodness that I have my own spares. So all right, I mean, that isn't Lego, but you can see that fading does take place, hence why I put it all in bleach, because it takes a bit of it off. It doesn't do much of it. I mean, I had somebody the other day who was moaning on at me, and he was like saying, I can't offer you any more than £30 for this Lego set because it needs putting in a solution to take the discolouring away. And I was thinking, oh, I wish I'd like actually asked him where this solution is or what he uses, but he just really narked me, because I know that this was a Lego set, this was the battering ram, and I'd put mine on for £60. They usually sell for around 75, so I think me putting me on for £60 was quite reasonable, because I knew it had defects and issues. And I know that it sells for 150 in America, and then lo and behold, the next day it sold to a US buyer who was just prepared to, he offered me 50, and I just thought, well, that's fine. But this guy was like going, you won't get any more than £30 for this, it's shite. And then I like immediately sold it. So, you know, I mean, maybe I should just like get back to him and just say, oh, I've sold that set for £50, and then just ask him about this solution, because I am actually interested. Or I could just ask Google, because, you know, Google is, you know, less argumentative with you. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to crack on with this. I'm going to tie this video up here and put it on YouTube. Yeah, and then I'll come back to you with a Lego sort video. Yay! I know that some of you don't like watching this. I am going to carry on sorting clothes. Don't worry, just because I'm getting a job doesn't mean that I'm stopping doing this. I just want some fixed income, because eBay is such a variable income that just to know that I'm going to have like a fixed 100 to 200 a week, which would be more than that, but you know, let's be, I mean, I don't even know. I can't remember. I used to get paid monthly. It's been ages since I've worked agency. But just to know that you've got like a little fixed income is just a real help if you do have a bad week. You know, I mean, obviously you can have like immense weeks where you have like loads of money, but it never feels like you have loads of money when you've got initial outlay for items, and then you've got postage, you know, and potential returns. So that's the thing, is a fixed income where you just go somewhere and you do what you do and then you get paid for it. There's no like possibility that your money is going to be retracted from you. It's just that little bit of fixed income which will really, really help. So I thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon. Goodbye. Sorry there's no frogs, but they were out of the way while I was doing this video, in case, can you imagine a green leg sneaking in while I'm doing something to try and get myself a job. So yeah, I will be back again soon with more of this amazing content. Thank you for watching.